It's not every day that you get to take a selfie with the superintendent, so thanks, Dr. Hamilton, for being a good sport. All right, I walk in here this morning, I walk in the courtyard, and there's just unbelievable energy in this room. And this is my first time here in 11 years, so totally kidding. In all seriousness, I'm so proud and humbled to be representing the Stamford Public Schools as the Teacher of the Year in a room filled with amazing educators. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be blessed enough to be standing on this stage delivering a message of what I know is possible in the classroom. As we all know, being involved in any facet of education is a calling, and one we must take seriously in the name of igniting a lifelong love and passion for learning. Today is the start of a new journey. This is our clean slate. We're fresh off the heels of summer and ready to get our hands dirty in the trenches. Not many professions get this unique chance to start fresh each year. Let's harness these opportunities. Let's bring the Stamford Public Schools learning community together around a focused intention and do amazing things for our scholars. This is our call to action. Educators are getting dragged through the mud by negativity spewed from so-called billionaire educational reformers and their pals. They feel education should focus on the importance of standardized testing with very limited experience in the classroom. And I stand here today ready to challenge that notion. The Department of Education, they give standardized tests for students, but personalized relationships are totally at the discretion of the teacher. This is where we have complete control. Reconnect with the paramount task of focusing on relationships first. After all, we are dealing with young scholars with eyes wide open, ready to be engaged in new learning adventures that not only make learning meaningful, but memorable. We must not devour their creative spirit, but harness ways to blossom their imaginations, utilizing real-world creative thinking skills. Always teach kids before you teach content. This can be done by establishing a classroom vision with students and parents, providing authentic learning experiences, administering student surveys, and most importantly, student voice. As Dr. Hamilton said, I want you to ponder that question. Would you want to be a student in your own classroom? This simple yet defining question has significant influence on how we approach each and every day. Students need to know they are a valued member of your classroom family. Student voice gives them an opportunity to have control over their education and can transform the way a classroom operates. The core of what we do is getting to know our students and their learning styles on a deep level. Use student voice to build that foundation of trust. Is it always easy? Absolutely not. But we as educators should never shy away from eliciting feedback from students. The most powerful aspect of this feedback is students are always honest in their thoughts. This should be celebrated and encouraged because they feel safe and comfortable expressing themselves. Students have the power to change the world, and you have the power to help them. Students need to be empowered in their learning, in addition to being engaged. It is not enough anymore for just the teacher to know the pathway to optimal learning. The students have to be a partner on their learning journey. Students can be content creators in autonomous ways. Harness the power of a kid driven by passion to create. Let me preface what I'm about to say with that nothing. And I mean nothing will replace a great educator. On many occasions, teachers have mentioned that technology integration comes easy to me. That cannot be farther from the truth. I've committed myself to working incredibly hard daily to ensure the integration is seamless and purposeful. We are teaching in an unprecedented time in education. Never before have we had access to such an abundance of resources and tools to augment student achievement. Technology has the power to enhance the teacher's role in ways that were never possible before. but handing out devices is not enough. We must always focus on the process of learning and the outcome, then decide on the tool. We should view ourselves not just as teachers, but as engineers of learning and designers of opportunity. Dr. Hamilton, I know the district message this year has changed. Michael Fullen said, change doesn't happen just because we put it in our building plan. It is not alignment on paper that counts, but rather coherence in the minds of the implementers. I humbly stand before you all today, as well as the Board of Education representatives, union officials, and building administrators. We are all inundated with many directives, but there is no time like the present to begin to harness the power of grassroots, teacher-driven professional development. Dr. Hamilton, I have a challenge for you. Can you bring out the ice buckets, please? She made a joke about that the other day, so I figured I'd put her in there. It would be the most epic ice bucket challenge I've ever done. I challenge you to provide educators with time, flexibility, and voice in this process. Teachers need autonomous, differentiated professional development to meet their diverse needs, just like we do with our scholars. There are 3 imperative requirements for this to happen: time, action, and follow-through. We can sit here and talk the talk, but it's time to walk the walk. Let's move Stamford to the forefront of what professional learning can look like. No doubt there will be challenges and hurdles to overcome, but failing is our first attempt in learning. Promoting this approach leads to an immeasurable spirit of collaboration and conversation. We have to see challenges as opportunities to enhance student achievement and engagement.
Evening.
Evening.
May I read my book, please?
Yes, please.
Have a good evening.
I read your book. You read my book?
That video is my defining message. As educators, we should always be continual learners, risk takers, and push the limits of what's possible in the classroom. We are intrinsically motivated individuals by nature. We must take the time to grow to benefit our greatest stakeholders, our students. Dave Burgess, author of Teach Like a Pirate, asked two powerful questions. If your students didn't have to be in your class, would you be teaching to an empty room? And could you sell tickets to your class? Cultivate an environment that immerses students in authentic learning experiences so they want to buy tickets to your classroom. Students benefit from having multiple pathways to demonstrate understanding and by being active participants in their learning. Provide a classroom where students practice critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and creativity. They'll be lined up outside your door with their tickets in their hand. We've entered a new era in education. Using tools such as Twitter, blogging, and social media, we can flatten our classroom walls and connect with others around the world. In this way, learning becomes transparent and parents are engaged in unprecedented ways. We can now create the professional development we want and not wait for someone to create it for us. We can no longer accept teaching on islands. While I realize it's an issue of time, becoming a connected educator will enhance your classroom practice and provide you with the ability to broaden your perspective. Teachers and staff, I have a challenge for you. In order to embrace a new pedagogical approach to teaching, especially with regards to technology integration, it can't be done without a shift in mindset. We must dismiss the most dangerous phrase in education. This is the way I have always done it. Times have changed, and so have the many types of learning styles our students prefer to be engaged in. Keep in mind, there is no magic bullet in education. We need a variety of tools and strategies using a high-tech, high-touch, blended learning approach in our bag of tricks. Vicki Davis said, "Failure doesn't happen when you fail. It happens when you make failing permanent by quitting." I'm going to leave you with this message. Let's be our students' CEOs, their chief encouragement officers. With eyes of wonder, anything is possible, so make the impossible possible. We can't just talk about it, but we need to be about it with a mindset of grit, perseverance, and change. All students need champions. Be their champions. As KID President said, here's to teachers who see the awesome. Unlock the inner magic each student possesses. Approach each day with relentless enthusiasm. Strive for greatness and have the most incredible, inspiring school year. Make it happen. Thank you so much.